There is something to be done here. If you're looking to get into the sport and you wanted to start a campaign, and the first advice I can give you, keep the UFC's name out of your mouth. Just focus on building your shit. That's it. That's all you need to do. Just keep their name out of your mouth, because all that happens is now you just have opened up your door to being you're trying to say that your guys is good. No, I don't need to say that anymore. My young talent or my homegrown fighters will do the best they can, and some may leave. But just build whatever you can, and the ones that'll stay loyal, those are the ones that you try to, make sure you take care of the most, and build it from the ground up. I think that's the working formula. That's the winning formula. Yep. So what you got to do is make sure you find fighters that buy into it. That's the hard part, because right now, like you look across like in NIL deals, colleges can't keep players right now because they go to the next, they enter the portal. It's a fucking disaster right now. Who can give you the most money? Just when the portal opened, I read this today, some players have already switched schools 4 times in the transfer portal within the last week and a half, because the other schools already came out and said, I have more money to offer you. So they left with there. Oh, nope, I've got more money to offer you here now. I'm over here now. They're hitting the transfer portal 3 or 4 times within a couple weeks. And just because they keep chasing the money. And Nick Saban came out and said too, like, I lost interest when parents came and sat down at our dinner table in our house, because my wife would make them dinner when I meet the kids. And the parents' first thing out of their mouth was, how much you paying them? It wasn't like, what can you do to make my son, a grown man, or help him with his maturity, or make him the best.
Make sure he's going to get his education.
Yeah, make sure he gets the education. And what can you do to help get him to the league? What can you do, or how can you help get him to the NFL? That's what we care about, where you can make a ton of money. But I want him to get an education. They don't ask those questions. How much are you going to pay him? First question out of their mouth. They just said they lost interest. I think with the fighters, I think what you're going to run into right now is PFL. We're seeing it already with one. They're releasing a lot of their top guys. PFL and Bellator releasing a lot of their top guys. Guys that are making. Gegard Mousasi was released. Yaroslav Amislov released. Lorenz Larkin released. There's other guys that will probably be released here, probably within the next 6 months. If you're somebody who is starting a promotion, and a serious conversation needs to be had with these fighters, John, do you want a home to fight in? Or do you want to just keep fighting in the fairground shows, making 1,000 and 1,000? Because I can pay you a little bit more than that 1,000 and 1,000, but I can't pay you $250,000 to fight in my organization. I can't pay you $100,000, $150,000 to fight in my organization. What is fair is this and this, 30 and 30, 40 and 40. If you want to wait and hold out and go somewhere else until you can get to the UFC, then I'm not the organization for you. That's the market has been flooded with these smaller promotions, John, showering them with money. And they think like, oh, okay, good. Now I'm just going to use this too. Now I'm going to go to the UFC and make all this money and become a star. There needs to be a serious conversation. Like, do you guys really want to live this dream? And if you do, then you're going to have to make some sacrifices, how the younger generation did, like how my generation did. Like literally fighting for the title, making, 60 and 60, which was not a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, but was a lot of money back then. You know what I mean? But just one of those positions is the fighters have to learn to adjust and they're going to have to make that adjustment. I think here sooner they'll have less promotions to grow their brand and to get experience to get them to the UFC. That's it. So they expect things like that to happen, because you don't know how many shows PFL and Bellator are going to have in the States, or how many fighters they'll be signing. You don't know. One, how many fighters are they going to sign, and will they have the money to sign? And do you want to fight in Asia or you got to there's hard choices to be made. Oh yeah, a lot of hard choices to be made coming up. So I think there's a void right now for a new MMA promotion, as long as they keep the UFC's name out of their mouth.